my loves. I intend you guys are doing well. This looks a little dark today, but then it's deliberate. It's pretty cloudy here and it's like almost raining. So, and I like this effect. So, just bear with me, okay, even if you do not like the way I'm filming this. Yeah, it's slightly dark, but I kind of feel it probably looks dark, but I feel very calm when I'm speaking. So, let that sink in. Okay. Now, I want to talk about a lot of things today. Like, I really felt drawn to make this video today, and not really sure how I should begin this, but let's start with freedom. It was brought to my notice that some coaches are teaching that self-concept is not required. Maintaining a regulated nervous system is not required for you to manifest anything. And because since you are the one who is in control, you can decide that and assume that you don't need to have a calm and regulated nervous system, or you do not need any self-concept to manifest your desires. I just want to share my opinion on this, and from my understanding. And also they are saying that I am is enough, because the only truth is the I am, the consciousness, which is correct. So you don't need to worry about the emotional space that you are in right now, or whether or if your nervous system is not regulated, it's haywire, it's still fine. And self-concept is definitely not required, because you are everything, you are all, and you can manifest anything because you are I am. So self-concept is definitely not required. Okay, let's talk. When you are in this frame that you are in, as long as you are in this frame, and yes, some of them are saying you're not this body. Correct, you're not this body, but you are in this body, right? I am assuming when they are speaking, they are assuming that the audience that they are addressing is completely aware of what awareness implies. But me, personally, I feel that I'm addressing a lot of people who are in different stages of the journey. So if I just tell you, okay, you are I am, that's it. Nothing to do, just sit there and relax. Don't you think it's going to be slightly difficult for you to grasp this I am? I think so. Because we are in different stages of the journey. That's precisely why. Maybe for one person it will just click, like, okay, yeah, I get it. I am. But a lot of you will be like, yeah, okay, I am consciousness. Then what? What do I do? And why would you think like that? Let me tell you why. Because we are trained to constantly think logically, and so we need an anchor to hold on to in order to ensure that we are where we want to be when we are in this body. This will get very deep and nuanced and layered, and you have to absorb this. If I tell you, you are I am, you don't have to bother about your self-concept. Not at all required to handle your anxious energy. Not required. You are I am. Just tell me, what will you do with it? What? You'll ask me so? And most importantly, you do ask me, like, give me practical tips. Yeah, I know I am, then what? Here is where a coach should guide you properly. Now, what is self-concept? Self-concept is your identity. Any identity that you choose with regard to any area of your life or any person is your concept of self in that area of your life. Now tell me, how will you exist in this frame without an identity? Unless, of course, you have completely moved away from the 3D and you are somewhere in the Himalayas just meditating. Even then, you have an identity. So self-concept is nothing but your identity. And somebody who's telling you you don't need an identity, I don't know. Okay, next. Yes, you are consciousness. Not next, actually. I'm just expanding on this. You are consciousness, which implies you can choose the identity that you want to be in at this point in time. You can decide. This is who I want to be. That's the magic of consciousness. That's the magic of consciousness, that you can decide who you want to be. And how is a dysregulated nervous system helping you? Like people telling that you do not need to regulate your nervous system. Of course you need to. You know why? Because you are in this frame. Do you know the kind of damage you cause yourself when you are in constant anxious energy, distressed, stressing about removing the third party, stressing about why SP is behaving this way, stressing about the money? Do you know what you do to your system? Do you know? I think you do. So do not fall for people who are saying, like, okay, no, you do not need to regulate, you do not need to have a regulated nervous system, just affirm. That is precisely why you are doing the affirmations, to regulate your system and energy and identity. It's raining. Okay. So, yes, you are I am. Just decide that you are I am. Which implies that you're thinking correctly. Which implies that you're not dwelling on crap. Which implies that you have chosen an identity. Which implies that you have decided to shift your identity and your energy. Which implies the I amness that they are teaching, just decide, just assume that they are teaching, can only come when you are dominantly placing your awareness on things and stuff that you desire to experience, which implies you are consciously deciding your I amness. You are consciously placing your awareness on a regulated, more confident version of you, which means that at any point in time, even if those videos get millions and millions of views, I will still maintain that you are choosing, deliberately choosing where you are placing your focus, and that determines how peaceful, calm, relaxed, and in the wish fulfilled you are. Let me repeat this. You are deliberately choosing that identity because you are everything, everything is you. They are absolutely correct there. But still, you will have to choose the identity as long as you are functional in this body. Because I have been doing this for years, as in coaching people, offering one-on-one support, and the kind of questions that I receive, I get it that if I tell you, oh, you are just I am, don't bother about regulating your nervous system. Does not matter. You can be stressed and still get your stuff. Of course you can. But give me one reason. Give me one reason why you would want to resonate with being a version who does not have a regulated nervous system. Forget about manifestation. Forget about manifesting. Forget about it. Just give me one reason. Why would you resonate, since we are in the law of assumption, since we are talking about our assumptions hardening into facts, why would you resonate with the version of you who can manifest even if he or she does not have a regulated nervous system? Even I have manifested stuff when I was crazy in rage, when I was not in the right frame, but obviously I would not want to manifest from that space, right? I can because I already have an assumption that I can. But why would I not make my sincere efforts to ensure that I am the most peaceful, calm, relaxed version of myself always? Why? These are all clickbait stuff which people are saying, and some are like, I'm disgusted with coaches who talk about self-concept and identities and having a regulated, calm nervous system. Why would you be disgusted? Don't you want to be peaceful? Don't you want to live a life which is full of joy? Don't you want to experience a fairy tale existence? I am sure the answer is you do. So when people say, like, just you are I am, you don't need anything, and then I see those, the same ones say that, okay, sit with yourself and then decide who you are, and then when you have negative thoughts, tell them that no, no, you are not allowed, you are not allowed, because I am, then I am what? I am what? Which means you're choosing an identity, right? You're not just sticking to I am. Whatever you are placing after I am becomes your truth if you are repeating it, which means you're choosing an identity. So if it would be just like, if the explanation would end with, okay, yeah, okay, you are I am, you don't have to do anything, no, self-concept is ruining you. Really? Self-concept will determine the stories that you keep telling yourself in that area where you think you are struggling. Please come and correct me if I am wrong. Please do. I am open to learning. I do not know it all. I am evolving with you guys. But tell me something. When you are thinking crap about your SP, why are you doing so? Precisely because your concept of self, the way you identify, the way you are identifying with that situation at that point in time, determines the story that you will be looping inside your head. So how is self-concept not relevant to anything else that you are manifesting? It is the most important thing. I will stand by this. And if you do not resonate with me, you have all the freedom to not resonate with me. But I will speak for people who are in different stages of the journey. And if I just come and tell you, okay, you are I am, just forget it. Free yourself. Free yourself. Understand. As long as you are here, you will have to keep choosing identities. Even to stay in the flow, you will have to choose an identity of a person who is in the flow, right? Absorb. Okay? Now I'll come to the next part of this video. Especially with regard to SP manifesting, specific person manifestation, I have seen that people are really digging up a lot of stuff, naming them limiting beliefs, and actually giving themselves excuses on why they do not have that specific person now. And then there are people who are really encashing on healing. I'll tell you what healing is in my opinion. And then they say, clients come up to me that they've been to coaches who said like, okay, you have to completely become the most perfect version of yourself so that SP can walk in. You have to heal your generational trauma. I don't even know what that means. So I'm not going to talk about it. You have to heal your inner child. You have to heal all your wounds. You have to like, how do I place this? Like, you have to do all this work so that you become that perfect version and so that your SP can come in. You have to heal. You have to constantly stay in the process of healing. Now, when you feel that you have wounds and you have a trauma bond to some incident, to something that happened to you, when I talk about forgiveness, that is exactly what I imply. healing does not mean you spend years trying to understand that whether you have, at all, healed all the generational trauma. I really don't know. Like, do you think, okay, and I'll logically explain to you why. Because you guys need logical explanations. Do you think all these people on this planet who are living happily with their person, with the love of their lives, they have healed all of their trauma and inner child and stuff like that? They have done all the inner work. Most of them are not even aware of the word manifestation, right? So how do you think they are living happily ever after? Because they have a story that is in line with what they desire to experience. That's it. Now, however, I will not say that, okay, healing is not required at all, you do not have to heal anything, because I don't even know what your personal story is. If you believe, because this is the law of assumption, if you believe that you need healing to feel better about yourself, because when I mention healing in my videos, I mean forgiving, making peace with that version of you, with those experiences internally, so that you find the peace, so that you can move on to a better reality for yourself. When I talk about healing, I essentially mean freedom. I do not mean you will waste years of your life trying to figure out whether you have healed your generational trauma so that your SP can come in. No. Healing implies freedom. Do you need it? Yes. If you feel that you need it, and if you think that you need to go to somebody who can help you heal, if that's your dominant assumption, by all means go for it. But do not unpack and live there. Don't waste your life healing every aspect of you. There's nothing to heal once you make peace with that version of you. Because you do not want to live as the version who needs constant healing, right? So make a decision, like sit with yourself, take a few days, understand if you really feel that, I need some healing. What is healing essentially? You speaking to that version of you, the hurt version of you, the victimized version of you, the version of you that you feel is victimized. You speaking to that version of you with love and telling that version of you, I am there with you. You are safe. Or the other way is, you can go. I am safe. You're doing everything, you know why? Because you feel unsafe. Let that sink in again, absorb. I'll give you some time. You are running from page to page because you feel unsafe. That's the only part that needs to be healed. How? By bringing your awareness to it and not running away from it and releasing it with love, dignity and respect, because you have now chosen a different version of you. You are safe. Absorb this. Let this go straight to your subconscious, unconscious, whatever. You are safe. Now you are safe. You do not have to do so much. The only thing that you have to do is sit with yourself and understand that right in this moment you are safe. And that ego that is constantly making you feel that there is a problem to solve, sit with it. There is nothing to solve. There is no problem to begin with. You're just stuck there, trying to understand why you don't have your SP, why you do not have the life you want. You are trying to understand. There is nothing to understand there anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Let that trying to understand why you are failing, let that version of you go. Let it die. Just decide that this is who I want to be. Even if I am not that person right now, this is who I am becoming gradually. Because I'm done with suffering. I'm done with talking to people who are telling me, oh, you have to heal every bit of yourself so that your SP comes. No. You have to fine-tune the story, which needs a shift in self-concept, which needs a shift in understanding manifestation. That's all. Stop wasting your time. Stop wasting your money. Stop wasting the most important thing, your energy. Sometimes healing might take time, as some people tell me. I don't know, so I won't make a statement on that. But healing is freedom, and freedom is healing. When you can detach and disentangle, is that a word? Okay, you got the point. When you can remove yourself, separate yourself from that identity of somebody who has been so victimized, and you have my empathy on that if you feel that way. If you remove yourself from that identity, you are healed. And removing that part might take some time. But it is easily doable. And you do not need people, you do not need to pay people who say like they are going to constantly, who constantly charge you money and say like, okay, you need more healing and you need more healing and you need more healing, and then you're stuck in this loop of, oh God, I mean, what was I living for so long? Was I even alive? No. If someone is not making you feel power, click off. And that somebody should also make sense to you. If I do not make sense to you, do not listen to me. Because if I just come up and say, okay, I am, you are powerful, and I click off, just tell me, how is that going to help you? I'm very dramatic, right? Okay. The Scorpion in me, it's like, it gets dramatic sometimes, yeah. Anyway. So, yeah, that's it. You do not need to spend years trying to figure out what you need to heal in order to get your manifestation. No. You just need an understanding that when you understand that that version of you is not a version that you need to be identifying with for the rest of your life. The moment you understand that, that's the beginning of your freedom, and that's the beginning of your healing. You are repeatedly choosing an identity which needs to be healed. No. Understanding that you do not have to live with that identity for the rest of your life is healing, is you back in power, is you free. Right? Am I right? Or am I right? Like, I'm always right. So that's it. There's too much to process, I know, but just loop this a few times and you'll get it. You need as much healing as is required for you to be in a position to fine-tune the story which was not desirable for you. That's all. Don't waste your money on healing. Healing means freedom. Healing is freedom. From what? From that identity. From that I amness to a different I amness. A different identity of your choice. An identity to your liking. Healing is not wasting your entire, because constantly your entire life on justifying why you are a failure. Don't do that to yourself. You deserve a life where you're constantly happy, ecstatic, euphoric. That's what you deserve. So take charge, get up, and let no one on this planet tell you that you are suffering because your healing is not completed. Decide. I do not want to be identified with that version of me who constantly needs healing. Decide and shift. Nobody should tell you that you do not have your SP because there are 10 million childhood traumas that you need to heal in order to get your SP. No. Intend that was helpful. I know that was helpful. Take care. Bye. I love you guys.